Hello and welcome back to Shimrath Plays Caves of Qud. Oyuun the Axe Marauder is halfway through the desert on his way to the 6-day stilt. We've just had an encounter with a legendary bear, and we defeated it and its minions. This bear was a honey-loving bear, and so we were able to scrap up a bunch of um, wineskins full of honey. So we'll probably be emptying the honey out or maybe transferring it into as few water skins as possible and selling it, and then using those to transport water back and forth. Now it's nighttime, and we're going to wait until daytime. So we're going to wait for 500 turns, and hopefully the sun comes back up. So far, no. We're going to wait 50 more turns, and boom, daytime. All right, we will leave our waxy campground. I can imagine what our house would look like. Wax leaking everywhere, and then we're gonna head back north. Okay, we got some raiders. I think at this point, are we still afraid of raiders? Yeah, we are a little bit. Go ahead and charge this one. What we're gonna do is try to navigate the map and stay away from the riflers. Can't charge more than three, so we're on a diagonal here, so charge. Yeah, and he's dead. Nothing important on the ground. We're kind of going to go this way to stay away from the riflers. And, uh-oh, might not be able to charge now. Yeah, must be at least 2 spaces. There you go. Alright. It's a leather cap. Alright, the other ones don't seem to want to mess with me, so we'll go ahead and continue on our journey. So we can move through there. Oh, discover some forgotten ruins. Okay, there are Isakari about. They're not riflers, so I think I'll go ahead and fight with them. And of course, we have our patented technique of charging. Oh, the ones from down below have decided they want to be involved. I'll just dismember this guy. He was dismembered. And now he's dead. Okay. I don't know why I'm not picking up that copper nugget automatically. Oh, because there are enemies around. And now I'm going to go ahead and go up. Hopefully this ruin is not full of riflers when we walk by. In fact, if they want to go ahead and fight with beetles and stuff, I'm happy to let them do that. Once we reach our destination, we may come back and explore some of these things. Alright, hopefully these apes are not hostile to us. Alright, they're neutral, good. Okay. Kiowi, the well-dressed legendary albino ape. We have encountered several albino apes already, and we're going to go and trade with them. First of all, we will look disliked by trolls, so we'll definitely share water with them. Chat. Go ahead and do the water ritual first, even though I think they can probably only teach us to conk. We now have a 300 reputation with apes. And we still don't want conk, but at some point we may be able to get one of these creatures to come with us. Live and drink, let's trade. Okay. As far as trading, we don't really need any of this stuff. Well, I say that, but oh, can I use a two-handed axe? I don't think I can. I do have 2 hands, but they're both on the same arm. But he might still be able to use a two-handed axe. So, but a two-handed axe is 8 and 1d6 plus 1. So, real quick, we're going to look at our equipment. Our carbide axe is 8 and 1d6 plus 1. So, same thing. But is there something, there may be something about axes and dismemberment that kind of go together. I don't remember if that's a thing or not. Let's check real quick. Oh, right here. Dismember. Okay, additionally, your axe attacks that have penetrate have a percentage chance to dismember. 3% for one-handed axes, 6% for two-handed axes. So more dismembering. So it may be worth trying to use that. Let's trade. It is a two-handed steel battle axe. It's only 60, the bargain. All right, beaded bracelets are a little bit cheaper here. Sun and moon mask. It's not as good as the crazy helmet that I have for sure. All right, I think that's pretty much it. It's pretty much anything I'd be interested in here. So let's go ahead and make the offer, and we'll pony up the. We'll say live and drink, and then we'll see if we can equip this two-handed axe. Let's just go ahead and auto-equip. You can't remove the wax flap. Okay. Something happened though. I'm using it. Okay, my left hand and my other left hand are both wielding the two-handed steel battle axe. So we're going to do that for now because we don't have a shield that we're carrying. If we find a really hefty shield that we can buy, then we'll probably go back to the one-handed carbide axe, which does the same amount of damage but doesn't have a double the percentage to dismember. So, yeah, that's that. And I think we're on our way. Hopefully we'll get lucky and get a bunch of clear territory here, not have to worry. I'll go ahead and walk through this territory. Just wait until he's close enough, and then I'll charge him. Oh, wait, one more turn before I can charge again. All right. Nothing of interest. This guy, yeah, I think they're seeing me. I think I can lose them, actually. All right. We have found a lava and salt weep. So we're gonna travel through it. We're gonna travel through it carefully. We're definitely not gonna get close to any of these mushrooms because we've got enough fungal issues as it is. We'll continue to travel through these. There's a line weep. And back into normal desert again. All right. In my inventory, I am hungry again. Guess we'll eat this raw bear meat. All right, it tastes awful, but it meets the bare necessities. Bare necessities. All right. Close those down and continue. All right, will Oyuun make it to the 6-day still? Something go terribly wrong. That is like Ari bones there on the ground, a corpse, are encrusted bones. Oh God, I am right face to face with a very bad creature. So, I think it's probably going to be after me. So, I think the thing to do here is to release my adrenaline, release my sleep gas, and sprint possibly to the south. Let's see if it comes at me. It may not. I may be okay. But that was pretty awful. Alright, I'm just gonna wait and see what happens here. I don't see any dawn gliders coming out of the gas, so I think I'm okay. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. I'm gonna wait probably just long enough to get my adrenaline back. So, oops. I'm gonna wait 106 turns. All right, it's starting to get dark. So, I suppose the thing to do would be to head over here, make camp, and wait another evening. wait 500 turns until the sun comes up. Wait about 50 more, and here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. We're gonna head over one. We discover some flaming tar pits. Sounds like not a hospitable type of place. So lots of fire. What is this up here? I think this is just tar encrusted bones, but it may not be. Fossilized remains. Teeth, shell, and bones were blackened into stasis by the earthy gunk. Alright, we are going to go ahead and go up this way. Isakari, which we'll deal with if they get in our way. Alright, they don't bother me, I won't bother them. There is a creature. This is a salt kraken. It is impossible. It has 300 hit points and 17 armor, so a mass of flesh 2 stories high, the salt kraken dominates the landscape, churning the earth beneath its inexorable advance. So it's essentially like a worm from the Dune movies and books, so we are definitely getting out of here. We'll see if we can go this way instead. Now here's something interesting. There is a statue out in the middle of nowhere. We're going to look at it. Shrine to Oyuun the Fourth, the Scarlet Brine. In 2654 BR, Oyuun the Fourth appointed a corrupt administrator as minister of the Stargazers precinct of Tizodum. He mandated the practice of smashing things to bits in Oyuun the Fourth's name. Alright. You discover the location of that place, and we have a new quest to go to that place. So remember, always good to look at everything you can possibly look at. Alright, this way is safe. There's just a traveler over here. I feel like we're getting close. Alright, some Isakari here. Let's get down one and see if they follow us. If we go over, I think we're back in the square with... So what we're going to do, we're going to kind of head over this way. Looked like there were less Isakari on this side of the map. And we'll head up. If anybody wants trouble, we'll give it to them. You discover Bronze Prism Alash. Alright. Let's look now and see. Oh, we have passed our destination. So I don't think I'm going to get lost. So at this point I'm going to just walk straight there and head in. Okay, you have finished the step. Make a pilgrimage to the 6-day stilt of the quest, O Glorious Shekinah. You gain 1,500 experience points. Level 7. And here we are. So, here we are. There is the warden. And this is the place. Okay, so there's a huge temple and it's just to the north. So we're going to go ahead and go in there. Oh man, this is a glow moth over here. And they're very dangerous to find out in the wilderness, but I guess here I think they're really dangerous. For some reason I'm really scared of these creatures. I don't know exactly what they do even. But here in the town, it's all good, right? Nobody's going to attack anybody. But the first place we're going is into the temple. And I'll tell you why. So, first I think Oyuun probably comes in and takes a look around. And you can see the Sacred Well and the Eshelstad II, the High Priest of the Stilt. Swaddled in ornamental regalia stands His Holiness Eshelstad II, High Priest of the Stilt and Voice of Shekinah. His arms gust over the splendor of the cathedral, the majesty of the Argent Fathers, and the spirit of reverence put into every work of art in their name. Eshelstad roars a sermon unto the nave, heaving the wind from the rafters down into the sacred well. Pilgrims tremble beneath the weight of his voice and the cerulean silhouette of Shekinah behind him. Loved by the mechanists, disliked by bears, and hated by roots. For some reason, no one remembers. Okay, we probably don't want to share water with him because we don't we don't want bears. We have a good reputation with bears, and we don't want to ruin it, right? So yeah, and then behind him, I don't know if we can look at this, are holograms. This is a hologram of Shekinah. This is a statue of Dagon. This is a statue of Nisroch. This is a statue of Shekinah, and this is a statue of Resheph. So a bunch of the characters that we've been kind of reading about. This is a protector of the still. The desert wind blows salt into her mouth and cerulean eyes. I'm gonna have to look up cerulean. It's familiar, but I can't remember exactly what it means. Her lips are cracked and the skin on her face is raw. Nonetheless, she steadies herself on her aegis and peers out over the stilt grounds. Here, inside the stilt, the masses are free to worship, but the sanctity of the Argent Father's home must be preserved. All right, we're not going to cause any trouble. What we are going to do is walk over here and look at this individual. This is Sheba Hagadius, Watervine Farmer, Librarian of the Stilt. In the narthex of the stilt, cloistered beneath a marble arch and close to her argent fathers, she muses over a tattered codex. She's safe here, but it wasn't always that way. As a youngling, her own kind understood her little. Only when she was gifted a copy of the Canticles Chromatic did she learn comfort, or mirth, or reason. Her journey to the stilt took several years, but now that she's here, Sheba seeks to consolidate all the learning of the ages tucked away in Qud's innumerable chrome nooks. Here, she prepares a residence where pilgrims can study the wisdom of others and bring themselves near to the divinity of the Cassafessence. Yeah, this is the librarian. So we're going to chat with the librarian. Live and learn, wanderer. Have you come across any books or scrolls in your travels? Do you care to donate one to the cathedral library? Whenever you return, you may speak to me and read anything you've donated. Okay, so apparently she keeps the books and we can still read them, like if there's information in a book that we might need. Um, so I'm going to ask, where's the library? Oh, we're in but the first phase of its foundation. The church has amassed a splendid collection of scripts throughout the years. Glorious Shekinah, praise be upon him, gifted us with several caches. The Emorites work day and night reproducing them in the scriptorium, and I have taken it upon myself to beseech travelers, for the rarest finds often come from the least likely places. Um, I could ask, what use is a library? I think I will. What use is a library in this salt den, or in the marshes, strangled by wild plants and poisoned by the glow? Wouldn't a stash of vine reapers serve us better? You share the pessimism of my kin and several of the priests as well. My heart hears you, but listen to my words, and maybe you will come to feel as I do. To devalue wisdom is to devalue the Cassafessence. She shines in the void, refracting light, illuminating those around her. So does the written wisdom of our elders. The machinery of chromium is complex in its divinity. Don't we do a disservice to our fathers when we remain ignorant of it, of our past, of our future? Don't we deserve the joy of knowing? Bless Eshelstadt II, first child, for he believes as I do. So, I think Oyuun speaks to the woman for a while, and when she says, listen, if you give me a book, I will basically uh, summarize its contents for you and share the knowledge with you. And Oyuun then admits that he cannot read himself and would probably like to hear the stories or the information from the books and agrees to hand over any books that he has. So here we go. I will donate a book. Now, look at this. These are all the books that I have, and these are how much experience points they're worth. So this is going to be huge, because you can see that very first one, from Entropy to Hierarchy, is worth 3,600 XP. then 1600 XP, 100, 376, all the way down the list. So some of them are worth a little, some of them are worth a lot. We're going to pop some levels just from turning all these books in. Okay, boom. I am now level 8. Give this book. Boom, I am now level 9. That book's only worth 100. $700. Will we get one more level? Nope. All right, and that is it. So I could trade, but they have only all the books that I just turned in and a couple of other small items. So Live and Drink Chronicler, thank you for the stories and the bunch of levels that you just gave me. So I'm fairly close to hitting 10th level, but before we do anything, let's go look here. We now have one attribute point. We have one mutation point and 374 skill points. So before we spend the attribute point, let's think about our skills. So going to be okay. For 150, we can get Dismember, and we know we want to do that. Then I need to get to a 29 strength before I can get Berserk. You enter a blood frenzy, and for 5 rounds, your chance to dismember with axe attacks is 100%. To use Berserk, dismember must be off cooldown, and using Berserk puts dismember on cooldown. So that's some crazy stuff right there. Go back over here. I'm at 25, so even if I spend the attribute point to make it 26, it's going to be a while before we can hit 29 strength. But I don't know that there's really any reason not to continue to do it. All right. I think the first thing we're going to do is spend our mutation points to see how we mutate. We're going to press M. Are you sure you want to spend your 4 mutation points to buy a new mutation? Yes. Okay, here we go. Flaming Ray. You emit a ray of flame from your hands. Freezing Ray. And grow a new body part. You emit a ray of frost from your hands. Or wings. You travel over land at 2 times speed. 40% reduced chance of becoming lost. While outside, you may fly. You cannot be hit immediately by grounded creatures while flying. 5% chance of falling clumsily to the ground. 20% move speed. Plus 20% move speed while sprinting. Jump 1 square farther and charge 2 squares farther. I think this is a no-brainer. I think we need, even though we get a new body part with Freezing Ray, I think we need to take the wings, because it's a long journey from the stilt to our home where all the water is, but if we can fly, we can travel back and forth faster with a reduced chance of becoming lost because we can see everything from the sky, right? Which means we can go to our home, grab as much fresh water as we can carry, bring it back to the 6-day stilt, and buy everything that's good, right? So we're going to go ahead and take wings. You've gained the activated ability to fly. You gain wings. Alright, so there we go with wings. Attribute points, I think, are definitely going to be spent on strength, because I don't see any reason not to continue to go that route. Let's look at our... We're going to go ahead and get Decapitate first thing, because we've been waiting on that. Alright, now we have Decapitate. This is Hook and Drag. You grab an opponent's limb with the heel of your axe. If successful, you pull your opponent with you as you move and make a free attack with your axe. Your opponent gets a chance to resist the move and a chance to break free at the start of their turn. Lasts until 9 rounds. So you could basically grab somebody and pull them away, pull them to a different location. I don't know that that's really... That doesn't seem terribly useful to me. No. So let's close up Axe and look at some other things. For cooking and gathering, really, honestly, I don't think we need to spend anything on that because we can just eat raw body parts. Shake it off. If we were to take endurance, get toughness, poison intolerance tactics, fertile, no penalty to dodge when you sprint. I already have a pretty bad dodge value. We got charge. What's juke? You move once. We don't have a 21 agility, and we're not probably gonna get one anytime soon. We could. Oh, we learned tinkering from the glowfish, remember? So we could get disassemble and start taking things apart. We could also get scavenger and start getting things, but we're never going to have a high enough intelligence to actually build any of the stuff. So there's really no point doing that either. So we kind of, wayfaring will make it so we get lost less. That's good. So this wayfaring might be our next thing. Reduces the chance of getting lost by 15%. And we also travel on the map twice as quickly. So I think we'd be really fast with that and our wings. And then we can have the ability to then specialize in various terrain types. Acrobatics, swift reflexes to avoid getting shot, +2 bonus to dodge value. Those are not bad. Bow and rifle. We do have a laser rifle. We could get a little better at using that. And then, oh boy, there's like so much stuff. If we can find a shield, this might be good. So I'd say let's hold off on our other 224 points, and once we figure out what we can buy here, then we might be better prepared to spend our experience points. Right. Okay, so let's head back outside. We come back after being in the temple, the sun shines in our eyes, um, and we block the sun with our hand. And as Oyuun stumbles out with all this fresh knowledge in his brain that the librarian has been telling him, he realizes the world's a much bigger place than he ever knew. And then he looks around and sees various tents with signs out front saying that they're selling various things, such as a sign etched and painted terracotta sign that reads "Water Pipe and Rest," a sign that reads "Chest Pieces," so an armorer, and pistols, rifles, and more. All right, and this is just one of the zones around the temple. All of the zones around the temple have tents full of merchants, so we'll have plenty to explore. So let's take a quick walk around the stilt grounds and see what is on offer. So we know there's an armorer and a pistolier. Over here we have, I believe, oh yeah, click it, foods and spices. Over here, exotic liquids. So that's good. That's a place where we can probably get water skins and such. This is herbs and tonics. Right. Point to click where we want to go here. How come I'm not? Oh, because I'm pressing twice, I guess. Oh. Is somebody here hostile? No, they're not, but we'll just walk with her. These are thorny plants that you don't want to walk through. Okay, over here I see another armorer and another foodstuffs place. These are like farms, so necessarily need to figure out what they're up to. This one's not labeled, so it's an empty building. Heading to the north. Much easier to explore in the daytime. We have build your own artifacts, so that would be a tinkerer. This is wisdom and knowledge. Someone sells books. This is cooking preparation, and yet another pistolier, pistols, rifles, and such. And now we're headed this way. Various pilgrims camped out in the stilt grounds. Now over here we have grape witch brew, gemstones and jewelry. What else? Here we can see a sign which is water pipe and rest. So another. Oops. Ooh, just walked into the thorny plants. You must be new here in the stilt grounds, traveler. You have walked into the thorny plants. Alright, it doesn't look like there's any other tents. Can't really see a lot because it's nighttime, so. And I think one more zone over here. Yes. We've got stylish hats, cooking preparation, lots of different kinds of folk running around here. Oh, right through the stuff again. This is another bookbinder, I believe. Yeah, books. Down to the south, and we're looking at, oh boy, it's tough enough to walk through the dirt, thorny weeds. We got foods and spices, stylish cloaks. Snail farm. Looks like food. Spicy foods. That looks like uh, both the same. Water pipe and rest both times. And then, oh, I've spotted a Dromad caravan. Up here is a big time merchant. Oh, that's one of his guards on the outside of the tent. So the Dromad merchant is up here. Okay, so that's a good place to start probably with the Dromad merchant. Um, yeah, so we've seen what we've seen. Actually, if we go this way, we'll get right back to the starting square, right? And there's no other place of business in here. So yeah, next episode we'll do some shopping. Take all the water we've hauled and wine and honey that we have procured from the legendary bear, and we will trade it for the most powerful items we can find and equip. Um, and then we will think about heading back down and continuing our lucrative business of trading with the stilt. And now that we are ninth level, hopefully we can get to 10th level pretty soon, and then we can try to go and complete some quests, because I feel like we're pretty powerful and survivable at this point. But I shouldn't get too cocky, because Caves of Qud will definitely kick you right where it counts and knock you right back down to size in fairly short order. But um, yeah, we'll see how it goes. As always, thanks for watching. See you next time.